everybody, welcome to Intentionally Fit, and this is day 3 of the 21-day fix extreme, and today was Pilates fix, and I wanted to tell you a few things before you get started. If you're doing the Pilates fix extreme, then you're going to need your band. Every move in this workout has the band. You're also going to need a pair of shoes. See, in the past when I've done Pilates, you haven't needed shoes. I always envision it like yoga, like you just don't need them. You can do barefoot. In fact, I do most of my workouts barefoot, so that doesn't really matter. But in this, Autumn shows you how to do what's called a church wrap, and I'm not really sure what that means, or why it's called that. But what it is that you take your band, okay, and it wraps around the outside of both shoes. I can only hold one at a time. So it goes around the outside over the top of both shoes and then underneath and up like this. So it wraps this loop here. And if you do this on your foot, after 2 or 3 reps, your foot starts to really hurt and it rubs on it and it doesn't feel very nice. So I will encourage you to wear a pair of shoes while you do it, because otherwise your feet will hurt. There are also a couple other things that she has you do when you're holding your band and you're on on the floor, like in cat position, like cat and dog, like on your hands and knees, and you're doing some leg work, and it kind of tweaks your wrist because you're pushing your hand on the thing. So what she has done is she said just wrap your hand around like a fist and then put your fist on the floor so that it doesn't, so you're keeping your hands like this and the floor is up here on the top of your hand, instead of like this where your hand is at a 90-degree angle, and that will tweak your wrist pretty badly. So you might want to play with that a little bit before you do that, just as a word of warning. Also, anytime you have a workout with bands, inspect your bands before you do it. Check all of the places around them. If there are any kind of cuts or nicks in them, don't use that band. It will snap and it will hurt you. Also, some of these handles that Beachbody has now they have 2 little snappy things, and I know you can't see that because it just doesn't, but when you snap them, it pops your thing out, right? Now, you have to be really careful on some of these moves because they are kind of unorthodox in the way they use the bands, and so they're wrapped around and you're fitting kind of funny, like you're even doing Supermans with the bands wrapped around your feet and in your hands, and so you're stretching your band to as far as it can go. But really pay attention to where you're doing this, because if you pull on it the wrong way and you lean it on that little snap, it'll pop out on you. If it turns into a big hassle with the handles, all you need to do is just take the handles off and hold them in your hand. Oops, see, there I did it. And hold them in your hands. You can wrap them like this, and as long as you are in control of holding it, it won't hurt your hands. So that might be the better way to go. So all in all, this was a really hard workout. It wasn't cardio hard, and I wasn't like huffing and puffing, but some of the things, some of the moves needed, I really needed to work at. So give yourself a little more time than normal so that you can pause the video and figure out how to wrap and how to move over. Like, she's got them around her ankles and her hands, and she goes from sitting on her bum to laying on her belly. And it took, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm not coordinated, but it took me a long time to figure out how to get the bands around me in the right way when I was on my belly. So give yourself a little extra time. All in all, it's really good. I felt like there were a few moves that really were really strong in your hip and your lower abs, and I enjoy that because I feel like I don't get enough work in that lower abs section. So let me know how you feel at the end of this one, and if there are any ways that you figured out how to use your bands that might be a little bit more convenient or easier, or maybe you have some good tips. I'll keep figuring it out as we go along. So I'm glad you're here on this journey with us. Today is a 2 purple day. That means I get 2 fruits. Okay, so maybe you're not as excited as I am about fruit, but I'm very excited about fruit. So today I'm having 2 because that's what's on the plan. I will talk to you next time. Have a great day. Bye.